First topic is discussing about the work and labor market. Computer and communication technologies has allowed individual to communicate more efficiently with another one in the new way that more effective rather than the traditional method, which is face-to-face, using a telephone and then written the letter. This technology has utilized the communication infrastructure that are globally has spread around the world, and then it enabled the technology to active 24 hours per day. And then this communication technology has impact in the most of organization, which is that allow the interaction between superior and the subordinate level will become more tenser because of social interaction issue that can be used to monitor the workers using the computer monitoring system. As workers, they can do most of their work at the home rather than in the centralized office or workplace. Has impact on the demand of doing work from the home is better than attractive in the most of countries. And then the infrastructure of communication technology has reduced the cost on the fixed employment because most of the telecommunication ways can allow the workers to do work from their home, and then reducing the cost of operation at the organizations. And then this impact also has increased the flexibility on the job, and then can reduce the job stress and increase the job satisfaction because when they do the work from home, and then they can do in the relaxed mode, and then the pressure of the work can be reducing, and then increase their workers' health. The second topic is discussing about the business model, commerce and market structure. That is, in many industry, the geographic distribution of work has changing significantly, and then this is advantage for the organization because most of company nowadays is have a lot of branches in a different geographical time, and then they can ensure the work and the critical project can be worked and finished on the time. This also allow the organization to outsource their manufacturing to other nation, and then rely on the telecommunication to keep doing the marketing, research and development, and then monitoring their company operations. And infrastructure of computer and communication technology provide a 24-hour communication at the lowest cost because it can reduce the barrier in order to make marketing process for the company. And then the information technology has facilitated the evolution of enhancement mail ordering, in which that the item can be ordered through the using telephone or the computer network, and then when the transaction is complete, then the supplier will dispatch the item through the integrated transport companies that rely extensively on the computer and the communications technology to control the operations. The next topic is private life and society. Information technology raises a host of questions about the intellectual property protection and the new tools and regulations that have to develop in order to solve the problem regarding the private life and society. Many issues as raised by the community, and then however it is very difficult to find a sensible solutions. Furthermore, current of the infrastructure technology has also allowed the content that that we needed and we do not need in the life can be filtered. For example, the political speech, and then pornography content, and then political material, and many more. Moreover, people nowadays has suffered with the overload of information, because there is a lot of information that available on the internet, which is not incorrect and incomplete, the content. And then the people has waste their time to absorb the irrelevant information just because because the information is easy to get, and then the people think that the information can be used for their personal purpose. In order to overcome this problem, a new invention and developing of a new credibility system that has ability to help the consumer to manage the overload of information, which is can increase the integrity of the information as well. The next topic is education. The way of teaching and learning nowadays has been changed since the 10 years before, because nowadays the dependency on the technology has made the learning process more easier. And then some of the people that not coming or have a background of the knowledge to using the technology, it seems that quite difficult for them to use the technology in order to learn or teaching. For example, they need to get more motivation and then self-discipline in order to make them they comfortable to use the computer and the technology as well. The technology has also allowed the distance learning via internet that mostly used in the school and the university students, but it also has a substitution effect for continuing education program, because some of the process changing the way of learning at the school or university is take a lot of time in order to ensure the student comfortable with the technology. Okay, the next topic is smart home technologies. The represent of Internet of Things in the market that has described that infrastructure has increased the level of connectivity between the digital device and the society. For example, smartphone and televisions. Smartphone consists a number of electric device which are communicating each other via internet or internet network. The expected impact and development of the Internet of Things is smart home could provide homeowner with increased flexibility of the energy consumption indirectly or directly way. For example, that the user can control the house energy usage and the environment condition through the remotely technology. It also can help the reducing of using energy in the technologies. And then the unexpected impact that could arise from greater imbalance in the society based on the Internet of Things is smart home that impact can give changes or alter the way of people behavior, and then the relationship of people, because the occurring of the smart technologies make the people is relying to most of their life is relying on the technologies. And then the last topic is robot take over human jobs. The introduction of the robotic industry that have produced the new digital robotic and 3D technologies. Okay, but it has a major impact on that what they produce, and that how and where and how that people earn the living nowadays. The technology has replaced the human efforts, which is very good for the productivity, growth, and the human life as well. But for the workers, it also may impact their job, because some of them losing their jobs. For example, the new computing and robotic technologies has strengthened many professions that has seemed as safe job. For example, such as accountant, taxi driver, and many more. It has always been that the case. The technological innovation destroys some jobs and replace them in turn with new ones in a different activity and possible different place. And then this show that the robotic has also can help the human, but at the same we might destroy the human job, and then it could create another opportunity job for the people. And then the last one is school work retirement may demolish. Okay, the transition between old and the new job that might take a time, and then that the environment of the technology evolves so rapidly that the ability to anticipate the future requirement in terms of the knowledge and the skill necessary to adopt, because the adopt become increasingly critical. Then the traditional model of schoolwork retirement will simply not cut it anymore. That is might show the importance of the new era that where the job become more faster, then allow that to create another job as well at the same time. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thank you.